he was once caught cheating on a math test. He thought he had gotten away with it scot-free, but afterwards he was confronted by this girl in his class. This redheaded girl who seemed very knowledgeable in Irish folklore. She pressured him into confessing to the professor, which he eventually did. He never knew what happened to her, but certainly he had a really good lesson from that experience that if you're going to cheat, make sure you don't get caught. But he is doing his fourth speech from the Entertaining Speaker Manual, a dramatic talk, and the objectives of our speech are to develop an entertaining dramatic talk about an experience or incident, include vivid imagery, characters, and dialogue, and deliver the talk in an entertaining manner. The time of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes, and the title is I Told You So. Please give a warm welcome to Tom Byrne.
Mr. Herbert was a curmudgeon in the true sense of the word. He was grouchy. He had a loud voice like that. You knew he was in the room before you even got to the room. But he had a secret, and he didn't know I had a secret. And he also liked crosswords. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, the three amigos, as I told you before, Dennis Warren, Kevin Tubridy, and myself, the perpetrators of the perfect getaway, thought we'd done the second great getaway, but we were caught. And straight away, he come up and said, right, you, that office there, right now. And we made a quick assumption. We're in trouble. And we were, because we'd been caught red-handed. We'd been told to bring something to another teacher, and we thought, oh, him, he won't remember, he can't even remember what day of the week it is. He's never going to think about it. He did. And when I think back that, he had this desk, and we had the old cane. You know, and we were like, okay, get it over and done with. No, not that end. This end. You can't, what do you mean I can't do that? I'm your teacher, I can tell you what I want to do. Your parents know about this? No, sir. Doesn't matter, they're going to anyway. And we really were in trouble. So picture the scene, if you will. There's this imaginary table. And I was the first up, because the other two stepped back, and maybe the first up. And I was leaning over the table, and suddenly, I said, that's not fair. What do you mean that's not fair? See, I like cryptic crosswords, you know, the sick ones from England. The one that maths cheaters do. And it had this really weird clue. It was rescued, meet indeed. Forget how many letters there were in the answer. What do you mean about that? Well, sir, it's not fair. And I went on to explain everything because the clue had indeed as one word, and they expected you to read indeed as two separate words, which you can't do in crosswords. You have to give direct instructions. It's like saying, okay, Jennifer, we're going to make a cake, put some flour in the bowl. How much? I don't care, you're baking it. Put as much flour as you. There has to be specific instructions. And it was by a marvellous man called Ximenes, Derek Somerset McNutt, who invented all of these clues. And my buddies thought I was giving him spiel, but it was really and truly the truth. And I explained how it wasn't and how it had to be wrote completely differently. And it should have the proper grammation. That ain't going to save you this time, Byrne. Then suddenly, I just said, M-O. What? M-O. That ring a bell to you, Mr. Herbert? I don't know what you mean. Oh, you do. Think back many years ago. You had a student, and he was standing here thinking. So what if I did have a student? What if I did have a student or several students with the letters M-O as initials to their name? That doesn't save you anything. And all the time my buddies are going, oh, please let him get away with this just this once. Because I was in a predicament, as you can imagine, like that. Like, I had nowhere to go but forward. Think about it. And you could hear the old, you could hear him winding it. He was winding up like a fast bowler. So what would I have done to this student called M.O.? Well, I hear you nearly got suspended. Oh, that's a bunch of nonsense. No, actually, I heard you hit him over the head with a hammer. And just then, my buddies had gone, right, that's it. We never heard that before. It was his idea, sir. He told us not to do it. I mean, we just followed him. He can be a bully, you know. And he thought about it. And then he had a change of heart. And he said, well, I suppose you ain't that bad after all. And I well, he's getting old and he does forget things, and I'm pretty sure you brought the stuff and everything. M.O. modus operandi in Latin. Michael Osborne, brother of Stephen Osborne, who I went to school with, and whose mother knew our family and told us the very story I've just told you now. Perfect truth. So the moral of this story is, anytime someone tells you something you think is no good whatsoever, keep it. Tell your kids to keep the information, because you never know when you could be in a position, hypothetically speaking, like this, and you're thinking, oh God, I wish I had something to spare me at this time. Modus operandi, Michael Osborne. Thank you, Michael.